on WROI Giant FM and streaming live on the First Federal Facebook page.
It is an absolutely beautiful morning, 63 degrees, the sun is shining, and we are graced with Todd Mansickel's presence.
Grace, wow, thank you, Moose. That's kind of a high standard there, a little pedestal there.
And, well, you know, you guys are great. I love having you in here. So
Thank you very much. The feeling's mutual. We enjoy coming here.
good, I'm glad.
We got a great guest today, Christine Walsh from the Downtown Partnership, and we'll be talking about the Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You're welcome very much. It's a lot of activities planned for tomorrow, and later in the show we'll get to all that. And
Next weekend.
Next Saturday.
next weekend. Thank you.
That's all right. You're not the first person to think it's going to be this Saturday. Everyone, I guess, is very excited to go to the festival.
Yes, very
So just so everybody knows, the Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival is August 27th, Saturday.
Correct.
Thank you. Thanks for correcting me and making sure we stay straight. Again, been a great week, it seems like, with fairly moderate temperatures.
Yeah, it concerns me that we're in August and these are the temperatures we're getting.
I saw something from the Farmer's Almanac about unreasonably cold and snowy this winter.
I know. I'm not liking that.
Yeah, that's too far ahead. Let's not worry about that. Let's just take care of the weekend, and we'll have great weather for the August 27th Nickel Plate Arts and Music Festival.
Fingers crossed.
Yes. Well, thank you for joining us today, Christine. We'll talk to you in a few minutes.
Okay.
We're going to talk a little bit of tech talk today.
All right, Todd's Tech.
Apple Pay started in 2014.
I did not realize that was that old.
Pretty interesting. I mean, at the time they thought, that was going to replace cash in the wallet, but
Yeah.
it didn't really. But it's pretty interesting how numbers have grown over the years. In 2016, percentage of iPhones activated with Apple Pay, or you can use Google Pay also on that thing, was 10%. In 2017, it was 20%. Went to 50% in 2020, and 75% of the phones today supposedly are activated with some form of Apple Pay or Google Pay. That's pretty interesting.
I think I've activated the Apple Pay on my phone, but I've never used it.
You should use it sometime. It's very convenient. What Apple's saying right now is that 90% of retailers, you can use some form of contactless pay, Apple Pay, Google Pay. The bank has had the service for several years. We call it digital pay at the bank. So you can use Google or Apple Pay, but we've got about 1,000 customers, cards signed up for that, and thousands of transactions a month, but it's very convenient. It's contactless. During the COVID time, it grew a little bit, how you could just use your phone to pay for your retail ticket, and I would encourage people to take use of it. I was traveling this past weekend, and for some reason I left my card on my dresser at home, so I didn't have my card with me, which is not very good traveling. Fortunately, my wife had her card, but I made it a point to use Apple Pay from the bank service every time I paid for something, and there was only one place I couldn't use it, which I thought was kind of interesting. So, if you want to learn more about Apple Pay, Google Pay, you can go onto your phone, look in the wallet portion of your phone, and you can set that up, and we'd be happy to help you at the bank if you need any help with that too.
You can do it through our app too, on the My Cards tab on the app.
And Jody Wynn is with us today. She's pinch hitting for Tanner.
Yeah.
And
Slacker.
not Jody.
No. Jody's not a slacker.
Thank
She's
you.
great.
Great job. And Jody brings up that you can do that through our mobile app and My Card. You can set that up too.
All right.
So very convenient. Encourage customers to take a look at it. So that's when you see that little thing on top of the terminal. They're trying to get you to swipe or stick your card in. Just hold your phone up there, or it works on Apple Watch, things like that too. So take advantage of that. It's something fun to kind of do.
Yeah.
So we have Christine Walsh with us today from the Nickel Plates Music and Arts Festival. Tanner came up with a really good question today about music festivals.
Okay.
So this is according to farandwide.com. I'm sure you check that website out quite a bit, probably, right?
Yeah, it's in my favorites tab. I check it daily.
Mine too. What is the biggest music festival in the U.S.? A. Lollapalooza in Chicago. B. The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, of course, in New Orleans. C. Coachella in Indio, California. That gets lots of publicity. D. Summerfest, Milwaukee. The question is, what is the biggest music festival in the U.S.? This is above the Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival.
Yeah.
But they're trying, they're growing.
Nickel Plate's
Yeah.
in that running. Just
Yeah.
Tanner just didn't listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd be
He thought that'd be too easy.
They'd be E probably at this
Yeah.
time. But,
Yeah.
but August 27th come out and you'll see what it's like, and it'll grow, right?
It's gonna grow, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
So we'll give you some time to think about that.
All right, because I need it. I only actually know 3 of the 4, so.
And Christine may have another question later that you can maybe redeem yourself on, or you get it both right, maybe.
Probably not.
Sports. Friday night football.
It is back.
It's back on WROI, Giant FM too.
Yep.
Rochester High School plays Southwood at home tonight, and radio coverage starts
About 6:40,
6:40. Game time,
7 o'clock.
okay. Do a great night for football. It's not going to
Yeah.
be too hot. Sometimes this time of year when the first game kicks off, they're taking heat, timeout breaks. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe they don't have to do this year. Tippecanoe Valley's playing Wawasee, and Castins at West Central, Culver at North Judson, and Winnemac versus Knox. So Friday night football is always kind of a great time of year. High school sports.
It is.
Get out and support your sports. I know Rochester Invitational has a track meet tomorrow in the city park.
Yep.
Lots going on. Soccer played last night. Boys lost to Caston, Rochester boys, and Rochester girls won over Mechanical. So lots going on in sports. LeBron James. Are you a LeBron James fan?
I heard this and I know what you're going to talk about, and I just still can't wrap my head around it.
2-year contract of $100 million.
Yeah.
Once you get over
It's
like
just-
2, 3,
yeah.
what's another million?
Right. It leaves me speechless that you would pay somebody that much for a 2-year contract. I won't make that in my lifetime.
I hear people laugh. I hear
Yeah.
laughter coming back from the
Yeah.
back room. Obviously, they know something more than you know.
Apparently, yeah. I think even if I hit the lottery, I still wouldn't make $100 million in a year.
He's a really good player, but what's
Yeah.
what's 50 million or 70 million? How do you put more value on that?
I don't know. He's still not as good as Michael Jordan. I'm just saying.
That's true. And then also think about for us average fans that want to go see a Patriots game, those things are built into ticket prices a little bit too.
Yeah.
So almost not affordable. Just to watch on TV, and that's why they have the large TV contracts, which we'll talk about in business news in a few minutes too.
Okay.
Tanner brought us some tidbits today. On this day in 1909, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
All right. Happy anniversary to
Yeah, that's pretty important in the state of Indiana.
Yeah.
Also on this day in 1967, the Beatles, All You Need Is Love single goes #1.
The Beatles.
You a Beatles fan?
No, but we joked during the trading post that every day is Beatles Day because
There's always
they
a song.
did something pretty much every day.
Yeah, for those approximately 7 or 8 years, and
Yep.
well more than that, 62 to kind of 70, 71, and even Paul McCartney and Wings has been very successful after that.
Oh yeah.
On this day in Apple, in 2020, speaking of Apple, they became the first company to be valued at $2 trillion.
Wow.
That was just 2 years after it reached $1 trillion. Thanks to their phone, everybody's buying phones, and
Yeah.
still Apple phone's predominant phone, and you see a lot of Google phones still out, and Android phones
Yeah, I know.
out there. And then, as I was traveling this past weekend, I was just kind of sitting there, watching people, and we've got a fair share in the watch market too, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Have some days coming up. World Photography Day, National Potato Day, World Humanitarian Day. This is a great day. National Soft Ice Cream Day.
Mm.
Easy for me to say. Maybe I need some soft ice cream. And National Aviation Day.
Okay.
Gonna celebrate any of those, Moose?
I'll celebrate Photography Day.
Yeah, National Soft Ice Cream Day. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that either.
yeah. I need behind some ice cream.
Upcoming events. Rochester schools will have a celebration for Barbara Swank, Charlie Swank, and Lisa McMillan on Monday, August 22nd at 5:45 at the Rochester Learning Center, celebrating their retirements. Chili Cook-Off's looking for teams. The Fulton County Chamber of Commerce is now accepting teams. Entry forms and rules are available at the chamber office, and the car show entries are due by September 1st. Hard to believe that's coming up shortly.
I know. It's right around the corner and it's crazy to think.
Time flies.
First Fed's gonna have a team, right?
I don't know. We haven't really talked about that yet. I think we've had
We all look at
we've
Jody
had a
like she's
team in
in
the
charge.
past. Yeah, we look at Jody like she's in charge. So I don't know if there's a team yet, but
Not that I'm leading, that I've been
yeah,
told.
not that Jody's team. But it's never too late.
Yeah, you got till September 1st to figure it out.
Putting some pressure on us, Bruce.
Hey, I just thought, it'd be cool to break it on the radio that you guys are going to be in the chili cook-off.
That's not happening so far, but maybe
No.
maybe it will.
Maybe by next
Putting
week we'll have
pressure
that
on us.
answer.
Yeah. And Giant FM can't participate because they're broadcasting.
Yeah, we'll be right out front of the studio here with our equipment, talking to everybody as they walk by and doing all sorts of fun stuff.
So we're starting off with the festival season downtown. Starting off with the Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival on Saturday, August 27th. Make sure I get that date right now. Then you've got Cookie Chill Off.
Chili cook-off.
Thank you. The words are difficult this morning, it seems like. And that's coming up later in October. Money news. The Dow finished right about 34,000. So it's an upward trend, which is good for everybody's retirement programs.
Yes.
Also, Dodge, some money news, announced they're getting into the EV game, electrified vehicle, with the introduction of a plug-in hybrid crossover called the Hornet.
Yeah, and this also brought apart the, I'll say it this way, the death of the Charger and Challenger. Next year's the last year that they're going to produce those vehicles.
Gas form. Right?
Gas form. Now, there's no plan for the electric form of those vehicles yet.
Okay. You're a big Charger Challenger fan,
I
right?
am. That's why I get jealous every time Tanner pulls up because he's got his Charger still.
They have to put gas in it, though. Maybe,
I know.
Maybe in a
I
couple
know.
of years they can be electronic vehicles.
I don't know. That'll be weird. But
It's amazing, just those electronic vehicles. I mean, they are pretty peppy and speed-wise. I mean,
they are.
0 to 60 is like pretty good speeds.
Yeah, we just need to get better batteries so it lasts
Right.
even longer.
Better overall electronic grid so you can support all the charging stations.
Yes.
So they're going to name this new crossover vehicle the Hornet.
Mm.
You ever heard of the Dodge Hornet?
Vaguely.
I recall it from the 70s. At the time it was a station wagon. It seems
Okay.
like that's kind of a bad name to put something, because station wagon is kind of a negative connotations. Ultimate old family vehicle, you know?
Well, yeah. Anymore, when I think of station wagons, I just immediately think of Christmas Vacation. So.
It's true. Christmas vacation. And those were replaced by the minivans, but that's
Yeah.
Dodge's plan, is to come out with the Hornet, a crossover vehicle.
All right.
We're talking about television rights paying for LeBron in Money
Mhm.
News. The Big Ten announced they have a $7.5 billion deal that includes Fox, the Big Ten Network, CBS, and NBC for football, basketball, men's and women's sports. Some games will be streamed on NBC's Peacock service.
Yeah, that would be weird, but it's kind of where a lot of things are going
Right.
these days.
Some of that will start even next year with
Yeah.
the Big Ten on the 3:30 CBS game, actually, for football. They styled it after the NFL TV rights deal, where you can pretty much watch any NFL game on most major networks.
Yep. Somewhere.
So the $7.5 billion is going to go support all the sports programs. So most schools will be getting in the $80 to $90 million annually from the TV contract.
And this kind of helps Notre Dame because now they don't have to join the conference.
Right.
They still get that extra money.
They'll probably sign a deal with NBC like they have already
Oh, yeah.
and be in that kind of the $80 million range annually.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
But it also opens the door for them to join the Big Ten ever sometime.
Yeah, if they decide to ever.
So what do you think of that? Should they remain independent or not?
I kind of like them being independent.
Right.
I mean, I understand the whole conference stuff, but just let everybody do their own thing.
So that's money news for today.
Yes.
Thanks for talking on the sports. I know sports isn't one of your most favorite topics.
Well, I wouldn't say it's not a favorite topic of mine. I'm just not well educated in
Now wrestling's another topic, right?
it. Yes, yes.
So
Still sports.
That's for another day, right?
Right.
First Federal Savings Bank is open today from 8:30 to 5 and tomorrow 8:30 to noon. You can always bank with us online 24/7 with our mobile app. The ATM's open 24/7 if you ever need cash. We're still offering Simply Free checking accounts or Simply Free business checking accounts. And when you open a new checking account, you can get a free gift. Get your choice now
Yes.
in this period. Wireless earbuds or First Federal Savings Bank coffee tumbler. I think Tanner showed those off a couple
He
weeks
did
ago.
last week, yeah.
Did he leave one for you or anything?
No.
Okay.
He said limited numbers, so we wanted to
Okay.
make sure there was enough for everybody who signed up.
So with those Simply Free checking accounts and Simply Free business checking accounts, we have some exciting news. You can open those accounts online now, especially the
Ooh.
Simply Free checking account. If you want to check that out, you can go into our deposit services and look at personal checking, and there'll be a place where you can open online. So that's starting out this last week. Jody's been working hard on that, and have a great new service to try to be digitally relevant for our customers.
Now, I'll ask the question, and I know if you don't know the answer, somebody probably does. Do you already have to be a First Federal customer to open the account online?
No, you don't.
Okay. All
So
right.
we have a kind of a neat process. In 5 to 10 minutes, we'll validate, authenticate who you are, and you can even fund the account easily through a debit card if you'd like.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
and if you open the account, you get the free gift.
Uh-huh.
But also you can earn a free gift by referring a customer to us also.
Yes.
And we get lots of referrals, and thank you for our customer base out there. We appreciate that very much. We still have our summer purchase special going on for mortgage loans. If you're buying a new home, looking for a new purchase loan from us, you get a $700 lender credit towards the closing costs, and that will continue through the end of August.
All right.
So that's still a good deal with the inflation going up, closing
Yes.
costs happen, giving you a $700 credit makes it a little bit easier to afford the closing costs, so that's a good deal that we can offer you.
Yeah.
If you're interested, contact Ben Dalton or Stacy Wilson. We can help you out with that. And also, we're very active in the small business lending market too, with Lindy Breeden. If you have any questions about financial services, as we're talking about the Dow going up in retirements, contact Mark Blubaugh or Brian Bell. They'd be happy to help you out. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines, and we are FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. Our NMLS number is 399927.
And you got it all, and we are now legal.
We have lots of time to talk to our great guest today, Christine Walsh.
Hi,
Welcome again.
thanks.
Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival, year number 2, right?
Correct.
Lots going on.
Super excited.
What's a little bit of history of how do you get involved with this, and why do you want to have the Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival?
Well, I've been with the Rochester Downtown Partnership now, I believe, 3 years. And I like events.
You want to make a difference,
I
right?
want to make a difference here in town, so I do event planning is one of my things. So I kind of meshed the two, and here we are.
You've got a day full of activities, starting at 11 o'clock, going to 11 p.m.
Correct. That's right.
You want to hit some highlights for us of what's going on?
Well, the school band, of course, kicks us off. Super excited to have the kids come.
That's great. I was there last year and saw that, and it's a great opportunity for them to get out in the public and the public can learn a little bit more about that.
Yeah, not just to play in school, but to actually come out and perform. Yeah,
And that starts at 11 o'clock, right?
11 o'clock, that's
Okay.
correct.
You have National Anthem kicking it off again this year, too.
Yes, the Fulton County Choral Club. It's going to be quite a few of them coming to sing, so that's great. And then we start with our bands. Bachelor Road is from 1 to 2, and they do rock covers. And then while the next band is sitting up, we have Steve Henn, who is going to read some poetry.
That's a good break.
Right,
Music
right.
and Arts Festival, you need a little bit of everything.
That's right.
And this all occurs on the courthouse lawn, right?
That's correct. Right outside here in front of WROI.
You get a good view if you're working tomorrow.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll
it'll be blocked.
be in the event,
Okay,
so.
okay.
Yeah, it'll be blocked a little bit. We'll see, because we have food vendors also.
That's great.
They're
So
going to set up here on 8th Street.
we can talk about that, too. A lot of food vendors coming out. So what are some of their food vendors?
Sure, we have Tate's Dogs, Knuckles Barbecue, Tacos and Taro, Withers Elephant Ears and Lemon Shake-Ups, and Wooden Pantry with some Asian cuisine. I
What-
kind of mixed it up this year.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great variety there. What
Yeah.
festival is not complete with elephant ears? you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lemon shake-ups.
That's right.
So 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. tomorrow. You mentioned bands. You have like
Next
7 bands.
Next Saturday.
He really wants it to be tomorrow.
I know. Yeah. You can come tomorrow.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
Saturday, August 27th.
Correct.
I just had this mental block, and I'm sorry about that.
No, that's all right.
Hey, that just shows how excited you
Yeah.
are.
We are
You
excited.
can't wait another
So
week.
it's Saturday, August 27th.
Yes.
You have 7 bands. You started talking about them coming out.
Yes, so after poetry, we have Sentimental Journey, and they do big band music.
That's nice.
Yep, they've been around for quite a while. Then we have Stampede String Band, and they're bluegrass. Then we have Kaye Sir, and they do Latin music from all around the world. Argentina, Costa Rica, just all over to show the different styles of Latin music.
I like the name of the next band coming out here.
Acoustic Voodoo,
Great name.
yeah.
And they're, what genre are
They do classic rock covers, and they have some originals, and that's our closing band. So
they?
that's
So you've
why
got a
we're-
schedule of approximately 11 to 11 p.m. and
Right.
you can check your Facebook page, right?
Yes, please. Yes, it's the Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival on Facebook, and I'm going to do some updates to give a little background on the music that we're going to be having, so that way you can check that out.
So if any of those genres interest you, come see one, come see many. Especially come out and see our local Rochester school band.
That's right.
Great way to support them. Have a nice crowd for them. And then the national anthem at noon.
Hopefully right at noon, just like we play here on the radio.
Yeah.
Set the standard, right?
That's right.
Then you have a lot of other activities because it is a music and arts festival, right?
Correct.
So what are some of the other arts activities?
This year we are going to have a father-daughter sidewalk chalk artists.
That's exciting.
And so I brought a trivia question that kind of plays into our chalk artists. On August 27th is the Nickel Plate Festival.
Next Saturday.
Next
Not this
Saturday. But it is also a national holiday. Can you guess what national holiday next Saturday is?
Well, I mean, if I had my favorites up, yes, but so I'm gonna guess something to do with fathers and daughters because you brought it up.
Well,
Close, I bet.
well, not really.
Oh.
Okay.
It is National Tarzan Day.
Oh.
And so, Elmo Lincoln was born here in Rochester, and he was the first Tarzan. So our chalk artist is going to be doing a portrait of Elmo Lincoln.
Oh, that's cool.
Right? Yeah.
That's great.
Little trivia there.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just have to schedule Tarzan next Saturday.
That would be awesome. Yeah. And so with that,
Is there a registration fee for that, or how does
no,
that
they're
work?
just going to be down here on the courthouse entrance here across on Main Street, and they're just going to be doing their thing.
Okay.
Their daughter will be doing some anime art.
Hmm.
I know that's popular with teens.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All my
she's
kids
going
talk
to do
about.
write some anime.
That's great.
Yeah, and so we are going to have a chalk art contest for kids and teens, and that's from 2 to 4, and they will have to register for that, and we will provide the chalk.
Okay, that's
And
great.
we do have some prizes for the winners.
So everybody gets their like sidewalk square.
That's
like
right, yeah, that's right. Yeah. We have Sweet Cakes Entertainment, who was here last year.
Yes.
Face painting, henna art, caricature drawings, and balloon animals. And those women come dressed in costumes.
Yes, they do.
And last year it was so hot, but they worked like troopers. They were packed.
And I was
the
out
entire
for the
time.
first part of the day. There was a line pretty much the whole time I was
Mhm.
there for getting that.
Yeah, and it's also free.
That's great.
Yeah, so,
Even better.
That
Exactly.
line was still there at 4 o'clock when we
Okay.
left.
yeah. And they are here from 11 to 6.
Wow.
So, full day of face painting.
Your kids get in line?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Moose get in line?
No,
Okay.
Moose did not.
Oh, too bad. Maybe this year.
We'll see.
Yeah. You and your wife, maybe, if she comes down,
Yeah.
can do caricature drawing of the
Mhm.
two of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have lots of attractions, the arts coming up, and there's even more, right?
That is correct. We have 7 different tables. I don't want to give away all of our stuff. We will have a shrinky-dink table.
Shrinky dinks.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, I remember that.
Yeah, so you can color on that special paper or draw whatever you like, and we'll punch a hole in it, and we'll shrink it, and then put some string in it. You can wear it.
Jewelry, create your
Yeah.
own jewelry.
That's
already.
right, yeah. We have photosensitive paper, and that's where you put things on top of the paper and put it out in the sun, and then it fades in a short amount of time, then you bring it back and put it in water, and it flips color, kind of like when you process photography.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have sun because Moose is guaranteed good weather for the most part.
I'm trying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. And so we have other stations. We have a community loom where you can just come in and weave in fabric, and we hope it fills up the whole thing, and then we'll cut it, and maybe we'll get to display it at the library as a community rug.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
something unique that I've not seen before.
Right? Yeah. So,
Been very creative of getting these attractions.
thank you. Yeah. I start right after the last one. I give myself maybe a day or two of break, but then we
By
just,
Wednesday, she's back at it.
right, we just start again, and because you have to get musicians before they get booked.
But
and
speaking of that, you need some help too, some volunteer help.
I-
And,
definitely could use some
lots
help.
of stations.
Lots of stations. I would say that the stations will be from 11 to 6. And even if someone has just an hour to come and help watch those stations or help the kids if they need it, definitely that shrinky-dink table needs someone to really watch it because the
Okay.
kids can't use the oven.
Right.
So we can definitely use that. And for takedown at the end around 6 to take down our tables and things like that.
So if somebody wants to volunteer, they can probably let you know through your Facebook page right now, probably.
That is correct. You can message me there. You could email me at cwalshrdp@gmail.com.
That's an easy address, cwalsh@rdp.com.
No, cwalshrdp
At Gmail.
@gmail.com.
I'm taking a little pause here because I can't get anything right today.
You need some soft serve ice cream.
Maybe I do. Maybe
Yeah.
soft serve ice
You
cream.
need to go get some after we're done.
On the way back to work, Jody, I'm getting soft serve ice cream.
Okay.
I also, before I forget, I want to thank all my sponsors, First Federal being one of them.
Well, thank you.
We really appreciate all the support here for this festival.
This is great. It's a community event and it's for all ages and supporting the arts and music festivals and the arts in our community is very important because we talked about sports earlier, but there's other things going on in the community.
That's right, we
too.
talk a lot about sports and not a lot about art, and it's just as important.
Yeah.
It is.
Thank you for taking the initiative to create this new festival, second year in a row, and it'll be bigger and better this year, right?
That's right, I sure hope so. At least hopefully better weather.
Better weather. Yeah, last year was really hot.
It was very, very hot.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying.
I know shade people were seeking shade last year.
Yeah,
This year it's going to be better weather. It's going to be perfect.
yeah, it's gonna be perfect.
So lots going on. Food, live music, activities, freebies. What other things would you like to highlight about the Rochester Music and Arts Festival on Saturday, August 27th?
Hey, see, you got it. You're good.
We are gonna have several art vendors, 10 to 15 vendors.
That's great.
And a few of them will be doing live demonstrations throughout the day, just creating their art right there on the street.
Yeah, I know last year you had a guy who was painting shoes, and that was really cool.
I know, I wish he could come back, but he moved.
Ah,
I know.
Making shoes. That's interesting.
It was.
But you're going to have
very
other
cool.
unique ones this year that
Yeah.
replace that. So that's great.
And we have all kinds, painting, pottery, just a whole variety of
You
things.
said about 15. That's a huge number. it
That's
seems
right.
like.
I still have people reaching out to me.
Okay. That's great.
Even though it's almost here.
So keep reaching out to Christine Walsh. Why don't you give your email address again? I'll let you do this.
It's cwalshrdp@gmail.com. Or just find us on Facebook, Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival.
And if you come out that day and want to volunteer,
Just show up.
Just show up.
I'll find a place for
Yeah.
you. Yeah, no problem.
you'll have probably on the Music and Arts Festival T-shirt on probably or something like that, right?
Close.
Close.
No one, I feel like everyone knows who I am or
Okay.
how to tell who I am. I have big black glasses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look for Christine if you want to volunteer or just sit down at a table and start helping, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Come see me and we're going to put you at a table.
So lots going on. There's food, various food vendors, food trucks coming out. Rochester High School Band starts at, well, it's not even a high school band, it's a school band, right?
The school band, yeah.
From 11 to 12. The National Anthem at noon from the Fulton County Choral Club.
Yep.
And then live bands the rest of the day
That's right.
through 11 o'clock. And then lots of attractions in the 7 or so creation stations.
Yeah. I tell people just to bring their chair or blanket and come and spend the whole day.
Well, thank you for being our guest today. We appreciate what you're doing in the community and bringing something like the Music and Arts Festival and tying it to the Nickel Plate. It's a good deal for our community and a way to support the music and arts. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thanks for having me.
Keep up the great work.
Thanks.
Do you know the answer to the trivia question?
I don't know the answer, but I'm going to guess the Jazz Festival.
Biggest music festival in the U.S. Lollapalooza, the Jazz Festival, Coachella in Indio, California. You probably heard of that one, haven't you?
I've heard of the first three. I had not heard of
Summerfest in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I had not heard of Summerfest. I'm gonna go Coachella.
That's a large group, but Summerfest in Milwaukee.
Really? It's the one I've never
Almost
heard of.
800,000 people there. It's a 3 weeks long festival in June and July where on the lake shore of Milwaukee there's pretty much a big name band every night playing.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into Summerfest now.
Maybe I need to go there and take some tips from them.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, maybe we can turn the Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival into a month-long thing.
Exactly.
When it's the largest in the world.
Yeah.
Well, small steps first in the second year. And
That's right. Second year. We'll get there.
Christine's doing a great job and thank you.
Thanks.
We'll close with words of wisdom from Robert Collier, American author. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out.
Those are great words to listen.
Thank you, Moose.
Thank you very much, Todd, and we'll see you guys again next week.
Everybody have a great weekend.
Thank
Come
you.
to the Music and Arts Festival
Next week.
on the 27th.
With those words of wisdom, this has been the first